Good morning to all of you students. In physics, mechanical properties of fluid, the second part. Now we'll start 2.4, that is see a liquid at rest has a property of a liquid to occupy a minimum area. प्रत्येक liquid ची एक tendency आहे to minimum surface area is nothing but the surface tension. Okay, now see, a liquid at rest shows a very interesting properties called as the surface tension. We have to see that the water spider walks on the surface of steady water. Grace needle floats on the steady surface of water. Raindrops and the soap bubbles are always take a spherical shape. That is, this phenomena arises due to surface tension. That is, surface tension is the important properties of liquid. Okay, now see. This is based on that of molecular theory of surface tension. In this here, there are the three molecules of theory here, A, B, C. तीन particles आहेत. A in the surface in the water, पूर्णपणे हा water मध्ये आहे. B on the surface of water, in between म्हणजे partly तो पार्शली काय आहे वॉटर मध्ये आहे पार्शली ह्याच्यामध्ये. आणि सी ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ द वॉटर, हा पूर्णपणे सी चा पॉइंट आहे तो कुठे आहे पूर्णपणे सरफेस वॉटरच्या वर आहे, सरफेस वॉटरच्या वर आहे. हे तीन मॉलिक्यूल घेऊयात आणि ड्यू टू दिस ऑफ मॉलिक्युलर थेरी ऑफ दॅट ऑफ सरफेस टेन्शन. आता इथे बघा पॉइंट ए, ह्या पार्टिकल वरती ऍक्ट होणारा फोर्स हा चारी बाजूने कुठला आहे वॉटर सरफेस वॉटरचा आहे. बी वरती काय आहे पार्सली हा ऍटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर आहे आणि पार्सली हे तीन पान दाखवलेले आहेत ते लिक्विड सरफेस म्हणजे वॉटरचा प्रेशर आहे. आणि सी देयर इज अ pressure on the top, fully atmospheric pressure, and partially to the top that of liquid surface. आता इथे बघा surface tension. आता suppose all this above observation can be explained on the basis of different types of force coming to play in these situations. Now see, to understand the surface tension, we have to note that the some terms of molecular theory that explains the behavior of liquid at their surface. मग कुठले कुठले पॉइंट्स आहेत? First of all, see what is the meaning of surface tension. Again, on this basis of molecular theory, see the net effect. The net effect is that the molecules at the surface of the liquid experiences import of force towards the wall. Such a force pulls the molecule to the interface together, and a result contract the surface, resulting called as the surface tension. Now, surface tension is nothing but force per unit length. That is, it must be applied parallel to the surface so as to counterbalance of the net inward pull. आता see, there are two molecules. दोन molecules आहेत, molecule A, molecule B. Molecule B वरती काय आहे? चारी बाजून ऍक्ट करणारा कुठला फोर्स आहे? लिक्विड फोर्स, प्रेशर. आणि ह्याच्यावरती atmospheric pressure plus a liquid pressure. Okay, the CGS unit of surface tension is dyne per centimeter, that is force per unit length. Force dynes per unit length, that is centimeter. And SI system, Newton per meter. Okay, now on the basis of molecular theory, first we get the characteristic, that is the intermolecular force. That is the force between the molecules is called as the intermolecular force. But there are the two types of force. कुठले आहेत? Cohesive force and adhesive force. See, all the above observations can be explained on the basis of different types of force coming into the play in this situation. Now, first of all, understand the effect of this force and their relations to the surface tension in the liquids. To understand the surface tension, we need to some terms, that is the molecular theory, which is the first one is the intermolecular force. Intermolecular force, that is, suppose the matter is the made of number of molecules and any two molecules attract each other, and this force between molecules is called as the intermolecular forces. But there are the two types of forces. Which one? Intermolecular forces. First one, cohesive force, and second one, adhesive force. Now see, first of all, what is the meaning of cohesive force? See, the force of attraction between the molecules of the same substance, म्हणजे एकाच त्या molecule वरती ऍक्ट होणारा जो सबस्टन्स आहे तो सेम आहे, म्हणजे एकच सबस्टन्स चारही बाजूने त्या molecule वरती ऍक्ट होत असेल, that force is called as the cohesive force, or that is force of cohesion. The force of attraction between two air molecules or that between two water molecules is a cohesive force. See, in this diagram, see, आता इथे बघा A, B, C हे तीन मॉलिक्युल्स आहेत. A हा पूर्णपणे कुठे आहे? वॉटर सरफेस मध्ये. मग A वरती चारही बाजूने ऍक्ट होणारा जो प्रेशर आहे किंवा फोर्स आहे तो कुठला आहे? वॉटर मॉलिक्यूल. म्हणून A वरती ऍक्ट होणारा कुठला फोर्स आहे? कोहेसिव्ह फोर्स. ओके, नाउ सी, cohesive force is the strongest in solids and weakest in gases, and this is reason why the solids have a definite shape and gases do not have. Small droplets of liquid collapse into one and form a drop due to this force. The solid मध्ये शक्यतो कुठला फोर्स ऍक्ट होतोय? जास्तीत जास्त फोर्स हा कोहेसिव्ह फोर्स असतो, and due to that of cohesive force the solid has a definite shape. But the liquid and gases, there is a weakest cohesive force, therefore they have not defined a shape and the size of gases and liquids. Now the next point is the adhesive force. The force of attraction between the molecules of different substance is called as the adhesive force, and that force is called as the adhesion. The force of attraction between glass and water molecule is a force of adhesion. See here. Now the molecule B, हा फोर्स वरती ऍक्ट होणारे दोन फोर्स आहेत. एक आहे atmospheric pressure and liquid pressure. म्हणून ह्या B वरती ऍक्ट होणारा फोर्स कुठला आहे? adhesive force. Same substance, सेम सबस्टन्स वॉटर मॉलिक्यूल किंवा कुठलाही सेम सबस्टन्स ऍक्ट होणारा फोर्स मॉलिक्यूलवर असेल तर तो असतो कोहेसिव्ह फोर्स. आणि त्या मॉलिक्यूलवरती ऍक्ट होणारे दोन डिफरंट फोर्स असतील, दॅट इज द लिक्विड प्रेशर, लिक्विड फोर्स और ॲटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर, त्या फोर्सला आपण काय म्हणणार आहोत, ॲडेसिव्ह फोर्स. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, range of molecular force. The maximum distance from which a molecule up to which the molecular force is effective is called as the range of molecular force. म्हणजे the maximum distance ह्या पॉइंट मधून सीयर, आता हा ए पॉइंट घेतला तर ह्यातला जो मॅक्सिमम डिस्टन्स आहे, हे जे एरोज दाखवले, दॅट इज कॉल्ड ॲज द रेंज ऑफ मॉलिक्युलर फोर्स. The maximum distance from the molecule up to which the molecular force is effective is called as the range of molecular force. The intermolecular forces are effective up to a distance the order of a nanometer. few nanometer मध्ये दिलेला आहे 10⁻⁹ meter in solids and liquids. Therefore, they are the short range forces. Okay. Now see. Next one, surface of influence, that is the imaginary sphere. आता कुठलाही मॉलिक्यूल असेल, कुठलाही लिक्विड सरफेस मध्ये किंवा सॉलिड सरफेस मध्ये किंवा गॅसेस सरफेस मध्ये असेल, त्याच्यामध्ये तर स्पियर ऑफ इन्फ्लुएन्स म्हणजे काय, इमॅजिनरी स्पियर. आपण एक इमॅजिनरी स्पियर ड्रॉन करणार आहोत विथ अ मॉलिक्यूल ॲट इट्स सेंटर. That radius is equal to the molecular range is called as the sphere of influence of the molecule. Therefore, the spheres around a molecule A, B, C, as shown in figure, the intermolecular force is effective only within the sphere of influence. आता इथे बघा, now A, B, C हे तीन मॉलिक्युल्स आहेत. त्या मॉलिक्युल्स वरती जो इमॅजिनरी स्पियर ड्रॉन केलेला आहे, which is called as the sphere of influence. येते लक्षात. मग intermolecular force of attraction, that is the shortest distance between these two molecules is called as the range of molecular force. And the sphere is the imaginary force. या point A, point B and point C हे molecule आहेत. या molecule वरती जो imaginary sphere आपण ड्रॉन केलेला आहे, this one is called as the sphere of influence. That is an imaginary sphere with a molecule at its center and that radius is equal to the molecular range. आता रेंज म्हणजे काय आहे, मॅक्सिमम डिस्टन्स. आता इकडे बघा, सपोज हा पॉइंट ए, बी आणि सी हे पूर्ण सरफेस टेन्शन हा ही जी कन्सेप्ट आहे मॉलिक्युलर थेअरी मध्ये डिपेंड आहे. पॉइंट ए, पॉइंट बी, पॉइंट सी आपण तीन मॉलिक्युल घेतलेले आहेत. ह्याच्यावरून आपल्याला तीन डेफिनेशन्स आहेत. फर्स्ट वन काय आहे, adhesive force, cohesive force. Adhesive force, force of attraction between the molecules of the same substance. म्हणजे एकच सबस्टन्स चारी बाजूने त्या मॉलिक्यूल वरती ऍक्ट होत असेल, that force is called as the cohesive force. Adhesive force to different substance म्हणजे काय, दोन वेगवेगळे सबस्टन्स त्या मॉलिक्यूल वरती ऍक्ट होत असते. आता पॉइंट सी आणि पॉइंट बी घेतलं तर ह्या दोन मॉलिक्यूल वरती ऍक्ट होणारे फोर्स कुठले आहेत, ऍडेसिव्ह फोर्स. बिकॉज ऑफ बी हा काय आहे, पार्सली ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ वॉटर आहे आणि पार्सली काय आहे, लिक्विड मध्ये आहे. म्हणून ह्या बी वरती ऍक्ट होऊन दोन फोर्स आहेत, वॉटर मॉलिक्युल्स आणि ॲटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर. त्यामुळे ह्या बी आणि सी वरती ऍक्ट होणारे कुठले फोर्स आहेत, ॲडेसिव्ह फोर्स. ओके. नंतर नेक्स्ट वर्ड इज द रेंज ऑफ मॉलिक्युलर फोर्स. इथे जे मॅक्सिमम डिस्टन्स ड्रॉन केलेला आहे ह्या पॉइंटला एरो, दिस वन इज कॉल्ड एज द रेंज ऑफ मॉलिक्युलर फोर्स. अँड द स्पियर ऑफ इन्फ्लुएन्स म्हणजे पॉइंट ए, पॉइंट बी आणि पॉइंट सी ला आपण जो इमॅजिनरी सरफेस ड्रॉन केलेला आहे, दिस वन इज कॉल्ड ॲज द स्पियर ऑफ इन्फ्लुएन्स, विच इज द इमॅजिनरी स्पियर विथ अ मॉलिक्यूल at its center and the radius is equal to the molecular range is called as the sphere of influence of the molecule. As shown in this figure, the spheres of around molecule A, B, C. There is the intermolecular force is effective only when the sphere of influence. Now, the next point is the surface film. The surface layer of liquid with thickness is equal to the range of intermolecular force is called as the surface film. आता इथे दाखवलेलं आहे बघा, C, which is the surface film. C, the surface layer of liquid with the thickness is equal to the range of intermolecular, म्हणजे हा जो ही जे लेंथ आहे दोघांमधला, ही जे लेंथ आपण दाखवलेली आहे, डिस्टन्स दाखवलेला आहे, that one is called as the surface film, which is the surface layer of a liquid with thickness equal to the range of intermolecular force is called as the surface film, and this is the layer shown by xy and x dash y dash. आता बघू तिथे सी. नाउ सी, आता सपोज हा जो पॉइंट, आता हा ए पॉइंट आहे, हा पूर्णपणे लिक्विड मध्ये आहे. ओके, पॉइंट बी आणि पॉइंट सी मध्ये आपण जे फिल्म, जे एक इंटरमॉलिक्युलर थिकनेस घेतलेला आहे ह्या मॉलिक्युलचा, दॅट इज एक्स वाय अँड एक्स वाय. So here this one is the xy and x dash y dash is the layer which is called as the surface film. Okay, now next one is the free surface of liquid. It is the surface of fluid which does not experience any shear stress. The stress is nothing but force upon area. Shearing stress is nothing but the काय आहे, shearing stress is nothing but the which is depends upon the which is the shape of that substance is nothing but the change in shape is nothing but the force per unit area is nothing but the shearing stress, and that is, for example, the interface between the liquid surface and above air above is the B and XY. तर सपोज हा जो XY पॉइंट घेतलेला आहे, सी हियर XY ही जी लाईन घेतलेली आहे ती कुठे आहे, इंटरफेस म्हणजे ही जी लाईन आहे, बाउंड्री आहे बिटवीन द लिक्विड सरफेस अँड द एअर अबाव, म्हणजे दोन्ही सबस्टन्स आहेत, त्यामध्ये वरचा जो पार्ट आहे तो एअर आहे, मधला जो पार्ट आहे आतला तो आहे लिक्विड सरफेस, लिक्विड वॉटर. म्हणजे इंटरफेस बिटवीन, दिस इज अ लाईन, इज द इंटरफेस बिटवीन लिक्विड वॉटर अँड द एअर इज अबाव. आणि हा जो पॉइंट आहे ए, हा काय आहे, इन बिटवीन वॉटर लिक्विड. ह्यावरती ऍक्ट होणारा फोर्स कुठला आहे, फक्त लिक्विड सरफेस, लिक्विड वॉटर. नेक्स्ट, आता सरफेस टेंशन ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ मॉलिक्युलर थेरी. सी, दिस वन इज द डायग्राम. सी, पॉइंट ए, पॉइंट बी अँड पॉइंट सी. पॉइंट ए हा एक मॉलिक्यूल आहे, पॉइंट बी मॉलिक्यूल, पॉइंट सी मॉलिक्यूल. पॉइंट ए हा कम्प्लिटली लिक्विड मध्ये आहे, पॉइंट बी इज पार्शली जास्तीत जास्त लिक्विड मध्ये आहे, कमी एअर मध्ये आहे, आणि सी हा पार्ट म्हणजे निम्मा हा तो एअर मध्ये आहे आणि निम्मा लिक्विड मध्ये आहे. आता ह्या ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ मॉलिक्युलर थेरी वी गेट द सरफेस टेंशन. नाउ सी वन बाय वन. As shown in figure, xy is the free surface of the liquid. Xy is the free surface of liquid, and the x dash and y dash is the inner layer of the surface parallel to the xy distance is equal to the range of molecular force. हा मतलब जो distance आहे, which is the range of molecular force. Hence, the section that is the x dash and y dash is the near the surface of liquid act as a surface film. हे काय act होतोय, surface film. Consider that is the three molecules A, B and C such that the molecule A is deep inside the liquid. Molecule A is deep inside the liquid. Molecule B and molecule C such that the molecule A is deep inside the liquid, molecule B within the surface film and molecule C on the surface of the liquid. Okay, now suppose a molecule as a deep inside the liquid आहेच येतो, its surface of influence, sphere of influence is completely inside the liquid, and therefore as a result molecule A is act upon by a cohesive force in all direction. मी सांगितल्याप्रमाणे मॉलिक्यूल ए वरती ऍक्ट होणारा फोर्स हा कम्प्लिटली वॉटर लिक्विड आहे, वॉटर लिक्विड आहे, आणि त्यामुळे हा ए पॉइंट वरती ऍक्ट होणारा फोर्स हा कुठला आहे, कोहेसिव्ह फोर्स. Thus, the net cohesive force acting on the molecule A is 0. त्यामुळे ह्याच्यावरती चारही बाजूने ऍक्ट होणारा फोर्स हा एकच सबस्टन्स आहे, that is a liquid surface. Therefore, the net cohesive force acting on the molecule A is equal to काय झाला, 0. आता बी बघूया. Point B, that is the molecule B, lies within the surface layer and below the free surface of liquid. बरोबर आहे. Therefore, A, the large part of the sphere of influence is inside the liquid and smaller part is in its air. म्हणजे बी पॉइंटचा जास्तीत जास्त पार्ट हा कुठे आहे, लिक्विड मध्ये आहे आणि थोडा पार्ट हा कुठे आहे, एअर मध्ये आहे. ओके, and due to this a strong downward cohesive force act on the liquid molecule. त्यामुळे ह्या पॉइंट बी वरती ऍक्ट होणारा जास्तीत जास्त फोर्स कुठला आहे, लिक्विड सरफेस, दॅट इज द डाउनवर्ड फोर्स. लिक्विड मधला, एअर मध्ये पार्ट हा कमी आहे, त्यामुळे बी वरती ऍक्ट होणारा जास्तीत जास्त फोर्स कुठला आहे, लिक्विड बॉटलचा, and therefore act in a downward direction. Due to this, a strong downward cohesive force act on a liquid molecule. The adhesive force acting on the molecule B is due to air molecules. आता दुसरा फोर्स कुठला आहे, बी मॉलिक्यूल हा थोडा जास्तीत जास्त लिक्विड मध्ये आहे आणि कमीत कमी एअर मध्ये आहे, त्यामुळे जास्तीत जास्त ऍक्ट होणार कुठला फोर्स आहे, लिक्विड मॉलिक्यूलचा, तो आहे कोहेसिव्ह फोर्स, आणि ऍडेसिव्ह फोर्स कुठला आहे, एअर मॉलिक्यूलचा, तो कमी आहे. and this adhesive force acting on molecule B is due to air molecule and above it, and within its surface of influence is weak. त्यामुळे ह्याचा surface of influence काय झाला, कमी आहे, weak आहे. It points upward and as a result molecule B gets attracted inside the liquid. Cohesive force, that is the liquid force जास्त असल्यामुळे तो काय आहे, as a result the molecule B gets attracted inside the liquid. त्यामुळे जास्तीत जास्त हा डाउनवर्ड फोर्स ना अट्रॅक्ट होणार आहे इनसाइड द लिक्विड. आता पॉइंट सी बघूया. The same holds for the molecule C, which lies exactly on the free surface of liquid. Half of the sphere of influence is in air and half of the in liquid. आता इकडे बघा, पॉइंट सी हा काय आहे, हा बरोबर निम्मा भाग आहे, हा एअर मॉलिक्यूल मध्ये आहे आणि निम्मा हा लिक्विड सरफेस मध्ये आहे, बरोबर आहे. and therefore the same holds for the molecule C, which is light exactly on the free surface of liquid. ह्या XY च्या लाईन मध्ये तो एक्झॅक्टली सेमिस्टर मध्ये आहे, दॅट इज सेंटर मध्ये आहे. दॅट इज द हाफ ऑफ स्फिअर ऑफ इन्फ्लुएन्स इज इन एअर. That is half of this sphere of influence is air and the half in this is the liquid. The number of air molecules within the surface of influence on the molecule C above the free surface of liquid is much less than the number of liquid molecules within the sphere of influence which is lies within the liquid. And this is because the density of air is less than that of liquid. And therefore the adhesive force is trying to pull the molecule above the liquid surface is much weaker than the cohesive force that tries to pull the liquid inside the liquid surface. And therefore at the result the molecule C also get attracted inside the liquid. दोन्ही फोर्स, cohesive force and adhesive force, दोन्ही फोर्स as C molecule ते act होतात, but that adhesive force is trying to pull the molecule above the liquid surface is much weaker, कमी आहे तो, than the cohesive force that tries to pull the molecule inside the liquid surface. And therefore the molecule C also gets attracted inside the liquid. And therefore thus all the molecules in the surface film are attracted by an unbalanced net cohesive force directed to the liquid. And therefore the molecules in the surface films are pulled inside the liquid, and this minimizes the total number of molecules in the surface film. As a result the surface film remains under the tension. त्यामुळे हा surface film हे जो XY film आहे तर ते remains under the tension, and therefore the surface of the film of liquid behaves like a stretched electric membranes, and this tension is known as the surface tension. हा XY film आहे, हा जी XY interface आहे, हा नेहमी under tension मध्ये असतो due to that of molecular theory as seen above. As the result the surface films under remains tension, and therefore the surface films of liquids like a stretched elastic, and therefore this tension is also known as surface tension. That is the force due to surface tension acts on a tangential to the free surface of liquid. This one is the tangential force due to the free surface of liquid is nothing but the surface tension. Due to that of molecular on the basis of molecular theory, that is point A, point B, point C, or seen that the surface tension is nothing but the tangential force is acting on that of free surface of liquid. Now see the surface tension and the surface energy. First of all, we see already that what is the meaning of surface tension. Surface tension is nothing but the tangential force is acting on the top free surface of liquid. Okay, now the free surface of liquid in the container act as a stretched membranes and all molecules on the surface will experience a stretching force. एक प्रकारचा force आहे, एक प्रकारचा tension आहे. That is a force acting on that of unit length is nothing but the surface tension. आता सपोज ही एक सरफेस फिल्म आहे, त्यामध्ये इमॅजिनरी लाईन PQ आपण ड्रॉन केलेला आहे ॲज अ लेंथ L ड्रॉन टू द सरफेस free surface of the liquid as shown in this figure. Now see, this one is the force, PQ is the imaginary line drawn to that of in this surface film. All the molecules on these lines experience equal and opposite tangential force to the surface, and as if they are tearing the surface part due to the cohesive force of the molecules lying on the either side. See, this force per unit length of the surface tension is nothing but F upon L. SI unit of surface tension is Newton per meter and dimension is L0 L1 T minus 2. Write the dimensions of force M1 L1 T minus 2 upon L. When L get cancelled, therefore M1 L1 L0 T minus 2 is the dimensions of the surface tension. Surface energy. आता surface energy मध्ये high surface energy and low surface energy. See, what is the meaning of surface energy? We have already seen that the molecule inside of the volume of liquid, like a molecule A हा काय आहे completely inside the liquid, experiences that is a more cohesive force other than that of liquid molecules like B and C. Okay, in the surface film of liquid in that of figure, thus work has to be done to bring any molecule inside the liquid into the surface film. That is, the surface molecule possesses extra potential energy as compared to the molecule inside the liquid. And this extra energy of the molecule in the surface layer is called as the surface energy of the liquid. At a point A, point B, and point C. See this molecular theory. Point A, point B, and point C. At surface energy म्हणजे काय? Point A हा completely inside the liquid आहे. Therefore, the more surface energy. But point B and point C are the requires higher energy to pull inside the liquid. हा completely cohesive force act होण्यासाठी liquid मध्ये inside करण्यासाठी हा जास्तीत जास्त energy लागणार आहे. That energy is nothing but the surface energy. Okay. This one is that is the work has to be done to bring any molecule. Work has to be done to bring any molecule from inside the liquid surface film is nothing but the surface energy of the molecule, and in the surface layer is called as the surface energy of the liquid. As any system always try to attain the state of minimum potential energy. The liquid tries to reduce the area of its surface film. The energy has to spend in order to increase the surface area of the liquid. Okay. See, this one is the higher surface. That is a good adhesive force. म्हणजे good adhesive force असल्यामुळे कमी surface area, higher surface energy, and this one is the lower surface energy. That is a poor adhesive force. Okay, drops of water on material with the lower surface energy, and this one is the drops of water of material with the higher surface energy, polar and non-polar. इथे जास्त area लागतो, कमी लागतो, इथे जास्त surface energy. Now, the relation between surface energy and the surface tension. Now see, what is the relation between surface energy and the surface tension? This one is the derivation. See, this one is the consider a rectangular frame, that is P dash, P, S, and S dash. This one is the one of the surface film. That is a rectangular frame of the Y. It fitted into a movable arm, that is the QR. इथे एक आपण फिट केलेले आहे QR मध्ये. This frame is dipped into the soap solution. Soap solution मध्ये आपण याला dip केले, then taken out. बाहेर काढल्यानंतर a film of soap solution will be formed within the boundaries of P, PQRS. मग काय होते, हा PQRS ही एक फ्रेम आहे, एक वायर आहे, ती आपण सोप सोल्युशन मध्ये डीप केल्यानंतर एक परत एक फिल्म सोप सोल्युशन तयार होते, that is the Q dash and R dash, P dash and S dash. This one is the boundaries of PQ within form, is the boundaries of PQRS of the form. Okay, now each arm of the frame of experiences as inward force due to the film. Under the action of this force, the movable arm, this one is a movable arm QR, moves towards the P dash and S dash. हा QR कुठे होणार आहे, P dash and S dash कडे move होणार आहे. That is the so that the area is decreases within the film of this film, and therefore the length of QR is the capital L. Suppose then this inward force acting on this given by is nothing but काय, that is F is equal to T is nothing but surface tension is nothing but force upon length, that is T is nothing but force upon L, and force is nothing but T into 2L. Here 2 का घेतलेला आहे, where 2 is the acts on the total length or the surface tension act on QR is the 2L. okay, दोन एरिया आहे त्यामुळे 2L, that is a QR at Q dash and R dash, that is the two surface area, two films such that the film has the two surface area, and therefore the upper surface and the lower surface, and therefore the total length is nothing but 2L. That is, the imagine an external force F dash equal to the opposite F. म्हणजे सपोज एखादा F dash हा imaginary force आहे, opposite to that of F applied isothermally, that is gradually at a constant temperature. Isothermal means what? At a constant temperature due to the arm on the QR. QR वरती act होणारा force आहे, so that it pulls the arm away and tries to increase the surface area of the film. And due to that of the arm QR moves to Q dash R dash. त्यामुळे काय होणार आहे, हा स्ट्रेस त्यामुळे हा Q आणि R कशामध्ये कन्वर्ट होणार आहे, Q dash and R dash through a distance dx. हा distance dx आहे. Therefore the work done against the force F, ह्या फोर्सचा इमॅजिनरी फोर्सचा ऍक्ट अगेन्स्ट करण्यासाठी ड्यू टू वर्क डन इज प्रोड्यूस, अँड दिस वर्क डन अगेन्स्ट द फोर्स F due to the force of surface tension is given by dw is equal to F dash dx. okay, हा एका पॉइंटसाठी एका स्मॉल वर्क डन आहे, dw is nothing but F force into displacement total. Therefore using this आता dw as it is दिलं, the small work done F चे क्या है वैल्यू काय, T into 2L into dx, but 2L dx is nothing but dA, that is increase in area of the two surface film, and therefore the equation becomes dw is equal to T into dA. This work done is stretching the film is stored in area D of the film as its potential energy, and this energy is called as the surface energy, and therefore the surface energy is nothing but surface tension, that is the T into small surface area, increasing surface area of two surface of the film, that is dA. Thus, the surface tension is always equal to the surface energy per unit area. Therefore, the surface tension is always equal to the surface energy per unit area. लक्षात येते? Now, angle of contact. Next point is that angle of contact. When a liquid surface comes in contact, when the liquid surface is come into the contact with the solid surface, it forms a meniscus, which is either convex or concave. As shown in this figure, this angle of contact is between the liquid and the solid surface is defined as the angle between tangent drawn to the free surface of liquid and the surface of solid at the point of contact measured within the liquid. कुठलाही लिक्विड, when the liquid surface comes into the contact of solid, सॉलिड मध्ये आल्यानंतर हा जो अँगल कॉन्टॅक्ट आहे, which is the angle of contact theta between the liquid and the solid surface is defined as the angle between the tangent drawn to the free surface of liquid and the surface of solid at the point of contact and measured within the liquid, which is called as the angle of contact. which is, it can be either convex, concave, or convex कधी असणार आहे when the mercury आणि glass दोन surface when the solid liquid surface and solid surface दोन्ही जेव्हा कॉन्टॅक्ट मध्ये येतील that is the angle is formed on that is meniscus. It forms on that meniscus which is either convex. Convex कसं असेल mercury आणि glass असेल पण concave कधी असेल water आणि glass and this is nothing but the angle of contact which is the angle between the liquid and the solid surface is defined as the angle of contact. Angle between the tangent drawn to the free surface of the liquid and the surface of solid at the point of contact measured within the liquid. See, suppose when angle of contact is acute, कधी असेल when the liquid forms of a convex concave meniscus. Concave meniscus असेल तेव्हा angle of contact is acute. At the point of contact, when the angle of contact is obtuse, it forms a convex. Convex असेल तर obtuse and the concave असेल तर acute angle. Therefore, water and glass, for example, water and glass घेतलं तर concave असणार आहे आणि mercury आणि glass असेल तर काय असणार आहे convex असणार आहे. This is the difference between the shape of the meniscus due to the net effect of the cohesive force between the liquid molecules and the adhesive force between the liquid and solid molecules as discussed below. म्हणजे हा कशासाठी असणार आहे cohesive force and adhesive force. Cohesive force कशाचा असणार आहे net effective force between the liquid molecules and the adhesive force between the liquid and the solid molecules as below. And there is nothing but a short definition of angle of contact is defined as the angle between the tangent to the solid and the liquid surfaces at the point of contact inside the liquid. That is, it depends upon the nature of solid and liquid. For a concave meniscus, it is acute, and for a convex, it is obtuse. See here. This one is the angle of contact between the tangent of solid and the liquid surface at the point of contact inside the liquid. It depends upon the nature of solid and liquid, concave or convex.